Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another episode of Gentlemen's Club Whiskey. I am your host with the most, Mr. Mark Antimate, the pontiff of Japanese whiskey and your Tokyo godfather here. Now, if you've been looking at the channel for the longest, you would know that I'm a very big fan of red blends. And my current favorite wine at the moment is The Prisoner. This one right here from Napa Valley. And what I'm going to review today is two blends also from Napa Valley, but from Costco. This is from the Kirkland Signature brand, none other than the Kirkland Signature brand. So right here inside the bottle with the dark gray label, this is the Kirkland Signature Napa Valley Red Blend 2019. And the one to its right is the Kirkland Signature Napa Valley Red Blend 2020. So the only difference between these two, well, no, I don't want to say it like that because they're completely different blends. It's not just that the year is different and one is older than the other by a year. No, these are two completely different blends. So I'm going to tell you about both. The 2019 version of the Kirkland Signature Napa Valley has, it says right here on the back, 66% Cabernet Sauvignon, 26% Merlot, 3% Petit Verdot, 3% Malbec, and 2% Cabernet Franc. The 2020 red blend with the white label has 76% Cabernet Sauvignon, 11% Merlot, 5% Petit Verdot, 5% Cabernet Franc, and 3% Petite Sirah. So, which one am I looking forward to trying the most? Since I'm a big fan of, I don't know, man. I don't know which one I'm looking forward to trying. It's a small difference between them, but we'll see what it is. I got a new wine bottle opener. It might not be new. I may have showed this off inside of another video in which I did some openings inside of Hawaii in which I reviewed The Prisoner and 19 Crimes. I may have showed this off. This is a over-the-counter from a grocery store in Hawaii wine bottle opener that has the two hinges here and it has Hawaii written on the wood. Now this is very cheap. As you can see, that's kind of flimsy there. That's not as tight as I would like that to be, but it is what it is. It kind of does the trick, but yeah, just stay away from the over-the-counter cheap stuff. Just continue to get the good stuff. My better wine bottle opener is the one from Pool Taps, and this is a black one that you can get readily available on Amazon.com for very cheap, but good quality for very cheap. And this one, I mean, it works, but it could be better. So let me see if I could try to use this today, utilize that. Got my two glasses here so that I could taste these side by side. All right, here we go. It's hard trying to pull the knife out of this one, so I'm not a big fan of that. Not at all. That's too tight inside of there. So in fact, before I hurt myself with this cheap thing trying to use that, I shouldn't even bought that as a souvenir. Let me just use the one that's tried and true that I already know works. Look at that. The serrated blade comes out very easily and I don't have to hurt myself doing it. Smells nice and fresh. Let's go ahead and have this pour, just a small one. Not too much. Have our second pour. Let's plug this one up. All right, so my right, your left, I'm going to have the Napa Valley 2019 red blend. And my left, your right, I'm going to have the Napa Valley 2020 red blend. And let's just give both of these a nice little swirl. And let's see what it is here. This one has a nice fruity aroma to it. Is it going to be much different between the two? Ooh. I could tell you right now that the Napa Valley 2019 red blend has a much lighter fragrance to it. That's a little bit more fruitier. And the 2020 has a more sharp aroma to it, if you can even call it aroma. It's just a very sharp smell, but not very pleasant at all, to say the least. If bitter was a smell, it would definitely be this. That's the best way that I can describe it. Let's just hope that the taste is a lot better than the fragrance. Okay, while I let these two aerate for just a second, let me go ahead and read the back of the labels here. So the Napa Valley 2019 red blend says, the 2019 red blend is a traditional blend of classical varietals which combine to create a finely nuanced wine from the well-drained, gravelly loams and silt soils of Napa Valley. This blend has the concentrated notes of black cherry and cassis, supported by silky tannins, and the spice rack notes of oak and cedar, finishing with the velvety notes of rich plum. And this review has been written by Glenn Hugo, winemaker. All right. The 2020 says the 2020 red blend is a traditional blend of classical varietals which combine to create a finely nuanced wine from the well-drained gravelly loams and silt soils of Napa Valley. Where have we heard that before? This blend has the concentrated notes of black cherry and cassis, supported by silky tannins and the spice rack notes of oak and cedar, finishing with the velvety notes of rich plum. Well, that can't be right. Both of these reviews from Glenn Hugo, the winemaker, read exactly the same thing, but the blending method is a little bit, the blending portions between these is a little bit different. And with one having Petite Sirah and the other one having Petite Verdot. So there's a little bit of difference, or there's a lot of difference between both of these. So I don't know why the same thing is written on the back of the label, but we're going to see how they certainly taste, because they certainly smell a lot different from one another. All right, here we go. The first sipping. Dark berries there on the tongue. It's not as pleasant as I would like it to be. Is it bad? Not at all, but it just could be better is what I want to say. It's just a moderate taste. But the finish is definitely a lot better than what it tastes like on the palate. The finish is very smooth. It goes down very light. And it just leaves a nice soft taste. Sweet, not sweet, just a nice soft taste inside of your throat going down. So the 2020, is this going to fare better than the 2019? If it comes to the aromas, based on the aromas, I'm going to say no, but I could be wrong. This one definitely has a lot of a darker taste on the palate than the 2019. I like things that are a lot smoother, and the 2019 is definitely, it's not silky smooth as they say on the back. Well, what is it that they say? They say supported by silky tannins. Well, there's nothing really silky about this, not at all. It's a much more heavier taste. So depending on if you're drinking these wines with friends, at what point do you have them during the night or whenever you're having these? I would definitely say, this is based on my friend's opinion, have the better one first, and I think the better one happens to be the lighter one, which is the 2019. So have the heavier one second. Start off with the best. Now, I asked my friend, why does he prefer it that way? My friend is teaching me a lot about wine because I'm not a professional, I'm not a sommelier. And I can't remember what his answer was, but he just said to always have the better tasting one first. Now, I believe the reason that you should have the better tasting one first is because you don't want to have the worst tasting one solely the taste of the better one. So that would be my conclusion on that. They're pretty good for what they are. The price was very good and affordable. Will I be buying either of these two again? No, I don't think so. If I were to get one over the other, I would probably give the 2019 Red Blend another shot. Well, I still have yet to finish this bottle, but I'm saying if I was going to give it another shot inside the future, I'd give the 2019 another shot, but I would just stay away from the 2020. But then again, if you like a heavier taste, a more potent, darker taste for you, then you would like the 2020 version. So do give them both a try to see which one is more appeasing to your palate, because this is only my personal opinion. All right, pretty good stuff there. Cheers, or as we like to say in Japan, kanpai. That has been this review over the Napa Valley 2019 and 2020 red blends from the Costco Kirkland signature brand. I would like to thank you guys for watching. Salute to you wherever you may be out inside of the world. If you are drinking, make sure that you drink responsibly. And as always, gentlemen, you guys know what to do. Keep it classy. I'm out.